quarterback tier lists are back. What is going on, guys? Yes, I will get back to college football and the road to glory in a little bit, but I recorded this video actually before I even recorded any college football videos because I'm still waiting for college football to download. We are going to do a quarterback tier list. This is very similar to what we have done the past previous seasons, although this time I'm not with Ben or Slower. I'm going to do a separate video with Ben and Slower of their quarterback tier list so you can see how differently they are to me, how much dumber they are than me. But anyways, we start with a quarterback tier list. As you can see, I've already set up some columns here. We have elite, we have star, we have good, we have they will do for now, we have one mistake away from a bench, and we have should have been benched already. So I just kind of made these up on the spot. This is my tier list. If you have your own tier list, feel free to drop it in the comments below, unless your name is Ben or Slower. You'll get your chance. Calm down. We are heading straight into this, and I think it's just obvious we should get the elite people out of the way. The elite quarterbacks are Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. Oh, sorry, Joe. Joe Burrow. My mouse is like stuck under something. We are also looking for, where is he? Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. Oh, I am fucking this up. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Those are my 4 elite quarterbacks. Honestly, you can really put these in any order. I don't have a, 1 through 4 here. I think any given Sunday, any of these quarterbacks could be the best quarterback in the NFL. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes has won the most, but I would take any 4 of these players on my team in a heartbeat. If you disagree, you're just wrong. I don't really know what else to say to you. So that rounds out the elite. Let's go with the good. So these are star. So these are quarterbacks that are better than average, but they're not quite at that elite tier yet. So, very first quarterback in this tier is going to be Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts is like that close. Like he's that close to being a star, but I can't do it yet. I feel like the amount of roster that he has around him is part of the reason he is so good. But you can disagree with me in the comments on that one. Jordan Love is going to be my second quarterback in the star tier. I think Jordan Love has proved himself enough, so we're going to put Jordan Love in that second spot in the tier. I'm also going to throw Jaden Daniels. I know he's only had 1 year so far, but that 1 year I think proved enough to Jaden Daniels is going to be a star in this league. Next up on this list, I am going to throw Jared Goff in here. Jared Goff is kind of one of those quarterbacks that I feel teeters on this line here. Like there are some games where Jared Goff proves that he should be where he is right now, and there's other games that prove that that's why the Rams gave up on him. But I think Jared Goff is a great quarterback. I would personally love to have him on the Giants, but it is what it is. He is going to go into the star category, and even though it is probably his final season in the league, Matthew Stafford, I think, is still on that level. He is still a great quarterback in this league and somebody I would want to have on my team. I do think that is going to round out our star category. As we move down into good, there are some quarterbacks in here that I feel like a lot of you would probably put up into star, but I'm not going to. It's going to start with Dak Prescott and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy is not better than Dak Prescott in any means. Brock Purdy is probably going to be on the lower end of this good tier. I'm not super high on Brock Purdy. I do think that he was helped a lot by his roster. Same with Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts has a lot more talent than Brock Purdy. So Brock Purdy is going to go into the good tier for me. I'm also going to throw Sam Darnold in there. I know he only had 1 good season out of his 7 that he's been in the league. But Sam Darnold has actually proven that he can be a good quarterback in this league. So I'm going to put Sam Darnold up there with him. And here's my first controversial take of the episode. Herbert. I'll actually put Herbert right there. I think he's just slightly worse than Dak, but I think we give Herbert a lot of credit for nothing that he's done. I mean, the Chargers have had decent rosters. Yes, they had a lackluster wide receiver room. So did Lamar Jackson. I don't really understand where that comes from. Justin Herbert really hasn't done anything yet to prove that he should be any higher than this category. And really the same goes for CJ Stroud. I like both of these quarterbacks. I think I would definitely take them on the Giants, hands down. But what have they done? What have they done to put me, or to have them get put into the star category? You can argue I'm throwing Jaden Daniels in there too early, but Jaden Daniels did more in his first season than these two have done in their first 3 or 4. So, 2 for CJ. But regardless, that's just how I feel about it. Speaking of good, Bo Nix, he had a great season just like Jaden Daniels. He didn't have quite a star season, so I'm going to leave him in good for now, but Bo Nix is definitely on the rise. Rounding out this category, there are some quarterbacks that, I don't I feel like really teeter on this edge of good and will do for now. And I think the epitome of that is Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback, but he also is not like your future quarterback, if you know what I mean. He does feel like a bridge quarterback to me, but I feel like he could be good in Tampa for a couple of years. So it's Baker Mayfield is a tough one to gauge at this point in his career. But I'm going to throw him into the good category, and I think that's where we're going to round out the good. You know, we're being a little hard in this tier list, so we'll see how the rest of this goes. Will do for now. So these are the quarterbacks that they're not doing anything wrong to get themselves benched, but they're not the franchise. They're not the future of the franchise, which is kind of what I felt about Baker Mayfield. But all these players I would view a little less than Baker Mayfield. So that is going to be Kyler Murray. I think he is the epitome of this position. I think Kyler can be a good quarterback, but his size and sometimes his work ethic can get in the way of that. So I do think the Cardinals would benefit from a better quarterback, but Kyler will do for now. Beyond that, I think Justin Fields goes in this category. I think Justin Fields has the capabilities and never really got a fair shot in Chicago, or even in Pittsburgh for that matter. The Jets have a decent roster. I would love to see what Justin Fields can do with this team, but we'll see what happens. Trevor Lawrence is going to sit in there too. Trevor Lawrence, to me, in my opinion, is on his last year of benefit of the doubt before we start really criticizing Trevor Lawrence. And I feel like he's already gotten 1 or 2 extra years that most quarterbacks don't get. So I'm also going to throw some rookies in here or some second-year players. So that's Drake May, J.J. McCarthy. Can't even really tell who that is, to be honest with you. Cam Ward is in here somewhere. I do think Caleb Williams as well. I think Caleb Williams would probably be somewhere up here as far as like ranking these quarterbacks goes. Geno Smith is going to be another one that goes in there. Bryce Young, I'm going to throw Bryce Young up here just because I feel like Bryce Young is the opposite of Trevor Lawrence, where we gave him 1 year and we're already like, nope, it's not going to work. Bryce Young is not a good quarterback. We need to give Bryce Young a little bit of time because he showed a lot towards the end of last season. There are some older players in here, so like Kirk Cousins, Joe Flacco, Deshaun Watson. These are people who are probably not going to play that much this year anyway, so I'm really not even going to put them into this tier list, but you can fit them in wherever you feel necessary. Same with, I can't really throw Jackson Dart, Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel. I can't really throw any of these people in here because I don't think they're going to play this season. I don't think if Shedeur Sanders plays, it's going to be later in the season, and it's just going to be because Cleveland is sucking that bad. Same with Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart's only going to play if Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston both fuck up horribly, like really, really bad. So beyond that, it is what it is. Is this Tua? Tua's going to sit in the will do for now. No, Tua is going to be my first quarterback in the one mistake away from the bench because it's not really a mistake. Tua's one concussion away from never doing anything left in his life ever. So we're going to throw Daniel Jones in there. Daniel Jones did get named the starting quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts. Good for him. I actually hope he does pretty well over there. He is one mistake away from the bench, whereas his counterpart, he has already been benched, so I really can't say too much about that, but that's where he should have been, like, a long time ago. I'm not high on Anthony Richardson. I don't understand why people are. We are going to skip some of these older quarterbacks that I said aren't playing, so Kirk, we're not going to throw in there. Jackson Dart, he's not going to play much this year. We're not going to throw in there. I don't see Joe Flacco getting too much playing. Well, for Cleveland, he might. I would put Joe Flacco right there. Come on. Gabriel, we're not going to throw in there. Honestly, don't fucking know who that is. Call me a casual, but I don't know who that is. Will Levis, let's be real. Let's be real about this. Michael Penix is an interesting one because he is going to get the starting job for the Falcons this season. I'll put him here. I think he'll do for now, but I don't see... I think the Falcons are going to finish third in their division this year, in a shitty division too at that. Sorry, Ben, you can argue with me when we get to your tier list. Kenny Pickett is not going to play much this year, so we're going to leave him out of this. Spencer Rattler probably not going to play much. Actually, Spencer might, but let's be real. Aaron Rodgers. Look, I am against the baseless Aaron Rodgers hate. The fact that you're hating Aaron Rodgers just because of the stupid shit that he says off the field is what it is, but as far as a football, we're grading on football player here. Yes, Aaron Rodgers had a decent season last season as far as statistics go. The Jets still sucked, but Aaron Rodgers had a decent season as far as statistics go. It really should have been his last season, though. There was no reason for him to drag this out as long as possible. Now, the Steelers have a good roster, and I think the Steelers are going to be okay, but you had plenty of opportunity in the draft to get somebody. You had plenty of opportunity in free agency to go after somebody, and you waited until now to get Aaron Rodgers. I just don't see it panning out. I don't think that it was the right move, so I'm going to throw him into that category. Again, you can argue with me all you want. I don't know who that is, to be completely honest with you. Sanders not going to play that much this year, or at least I hope he doesn't. Tyler Shaw, however you say his name, probably not going to play this much this year. Deshaun Watson should be in jail. We're just going to throw him there, though. And that leaves us with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston, the two quarterbacks that will be quarterbacking my team this season. Boy, I can't wait for that. I would probably say that, they're both one mistake away from being benched. Let's be real. They are. It took me 14 minutes of recording this to realize that when I'm looking at this screen, I'm facing away. It is what it is. Sorry, guys. But this is my tier list. Again, if you disagree, drop them in the comments below. It helps me out a lot if you guys are commenting. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We will be back to college football in the next episode, and we will get Ben and Slower's quarterback tier lists up in here pretty soon. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to get this out there before the 2025 season kicks off. Nick's Picks is right around the corner as well, so hopefully you guys are ready for that. Don't forget to subscribe, turn the notification bell on so you can see when videos get posted, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great one. Peace.